Every time you look at a screen, you are hit with a barrage of massive, society-altering dilemmas. We are constantly forced to process arguments about universal basic income, AI consciousness, the threat of deepfakes, and the timeline for climate action. We tend to navigate this relentless stream of information on our default settings. We make rapid-fire assumptions, trusting our instincts and acting under the belief that we are entirely rational creatures. Stepping off that default setting requires a specific discipline. The word philosophy combines the Greek words philo, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom. It is the deliberate, active pursuit of understanding the mechanics of our world. This inquiry has a deep historical footprint, anchored by the ancient Greeks, who first started asking these baseline questions about existence and morality in the streets of Athens. But the dialogue didn't stop in antiquity. It evolved continuously, running through 20th century thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, who adapted these same analytical methods to address modern anxieties and existence. Over centuries, philosophers realized that wisdom was too broad a target, so they organized the discipline into specialized categories to handle different types of complex problems. This structure has settled into the 7 distinct branches shown here, each a specific tool designed to dissect a different layer of our reality. The first pillar of this map tackles a deceptively simple question: what is real? This is the domain of metaphysics, the branch dedicated to studying existence, time, space, and the relationship between mind and matter. Metaphysics provides the framework for our most immediate dilemmas. It allows us to debate whether a machine can actually possess a conscious mind, or if human free will is a biological illusion. Metaphysics interrogates what exists, and logic enforces the strict rules of reasoning to ensure our answers are structurally sound. Transitioning to the second pillar, we face a harder problem. Even if a physical reality exists, how do you prove you actually know anything about it? In a digital environment saturated with synthetic media, algorithmic echo chambers, and conflicting historical narratives, deciding whether you should believe what you hear is a daily survival skill. This diagram maps the core mechanism of epistemology, the study of knowledge. It separates mere opinion from justified true belief, identifying where an assumption becomes knowledge. By requiring verifiable beliefs, this scrutiny is the starting point for the scientific method. Once we determine what is real and how to verify it, we are left with the problem of action. This third pillar begins with ethics, the examination of human conduct and morality. When society debates the morality of an issue like abortion, we are using ethics to determine if right and wrong are universal, objective truths, or if they are simply cultural preferences that shift over time. Scale that individual moral compass up to an entire population, and you enter political philosophy. This branch investigates how massive societies organize themselves, distribute resources, and justify the exercise of power. It forces us to ask foundational questions about governance, such as whether individuals have an inherent obligation to obey the laws drafted by the state. Broadening the scope entirely, we turn to axiology and aesthetics to ask what makes navigating that society worthwhile in the first place. Axiology studies the nature of value, while aesthetics explores beauty and art. Together, they examine whether a breathtaking painting or a meaningful career possess universal worth, or if value is entirely subjective. By establishing what is good, fair, and valuable, this final pillar transforms abstract thought into a practical rulebook for surviving and thriving alongside other people in society. If we zoom back out, the modern world is just as chaotic as we established at the start. The data stream hasn't slowed down, and the dilemmas haven't disappeared, but our ability to process them has. Look at this map in action. When we run modern chaos through the toolkit, universal basic income is neatly sorted as a debate of political philosophy. The panic over AI consciousness becomes a structured question of metaphysics. This rigorous categorization of reality is a hallmark of the Western tradition. If we look toward Eastern philosophy, the focus shifts slightly away from rigid classification and toward the active cultivation of personal virtue. While the Western mind interrogates assumptions to build systems, and the Eastern mind seeks harmony and enlightenment, both approaches serve the exact same goal: maximizing human understanding. Philosophy does not promise to resolve every uncertainty you face. Instead, it provides a method for asking better, more precise questions, shifting you from a passive consumer of reality into an active, critical participant in your own existence.